Hi, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Haley. And this is Two Kids and a Broadway Star.
Let's save the pitiful children. Whoa. Let's save the pitiful children.
Our guest today is Eric William
Morris.
the OG pre-Broadway SQUIP.
A full-time member of Autism family.
Star of stage like Be More Chill, Mamma Mia, and King Kong.
And screen like Fleishman Is In Trouble, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
And one of the funniest parts of Michael R. Jackson's latest off-Broadway show, White Girl in Danger.
Which is a high bar because we saw it in April and the whole cast is incredible and really, really funny.
We have a lot to talk about, and we're going to pick on Joe Iconis. Ellie, ready?
If we don't nail this episode, Mom's gonna kill me. Hi, Eric!
Oh my gosh. You guys, that was the best intro I've ever had ever. Mom's totally gonna kill you.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh it's my favorite line of the whole show.
Oh my gosh.
So we saw White Girl in Danger. If
Yes, so
you can't tell.
psyched you guys. Yes.
Definitely, and it was hilarious. You were hilarious, and you actually played three characters. Matthew Scott, Scott Matthew, and Zach Paul Gosselaar.
Absolutely.
So, can you tell us about your role and how you got involved with the show?
Yes, absolutely. So Michael R. Jackson, our brilliant writer, is actually, to take it way back, went to school with Mr. Joseph Iconis. They were in the same exact class at NYU Graduate Musical Theater Writing. So when I started doing some of Joe Iconis and family stuff, like you mentioned, Michael came to a couple of the concerts. I got to know him, and he sort of decided that I might fit into his weird world as well as I fit into Joe's weird world. So I started singing some stuff of Michael's maybe in like 2011. So like, I was just 12 years now. So I've known Michael a long time. He started writing White Girl in Danger, I'm going to say like 2016, started coming up with little ideas for it. He always it was a little thing he kept coming back to. And then he asked me to do a reading of it, which essentially you get around a table. You guys probably know, but you get around a table, you read the words, you sing the music, but nothing is off script. So I got to do that in like 2017, and I've been doing it here and there since then. So seeing this actually get like a full production in New York is the coolest thing, because I've been around with it for such a long time. So yes, the roles I played, as you say, are Matthew Scott, Scott Matthew, and Zach Paul Gosselaar. And they are the three boyfriends to the three white girls in danger in our cast by the names of Megan, Megan, and Megan. So as you can tell, it's like a very, very hilarious, crazy story. So I get to play these three different sort of over-the-top soap opera style characters. Matthew Scott is like a good boy academic. Scott Matthew is like a bad boy drug dealer. And Zach Paul Gosselaar, I think, might sleep under a dumpster is sort of like where I'm going with that character. And so it's just been a blast. I'm so happy you guys got to see it.
Oh my God, that's so funny, because a lot of people think that Broadway shows just come out out of a year, like how long it takes to write a book. They think it's like, oh, you just jot some ideas on the paper, you put some music to it, you get yourself a cast, and then you're on Broadway. But that's not exactly how it works. And it's so weird to think about how we started writing it, 2016, and then you guys have been developing it over time, and how you've stuck with these same characters.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and it's actually one of my favorite parts of doing any musical theater. I love new musical theater, but I love getting to see it and be a part of it at such an early stage, because you get to put your own stamp on the different characters, and it's especially with somebody like Michael, who's such a great collaborator. He'll always listen to ideas you have and then come back with stuff. It's so much fun. And when something finally happens, it's like, wow, yes, but musicals take a while, and they're fun to develop. So yeah.
So out of your three roles, which one is your favorite to perform?
Oh my gosh. I've always had a soft spot for Zach Paul Gosselaar since the beginning. I love all three boys. I really do. But there's something about the unhingedness of Zach Paul Gosselaar that really tickles me. He's very I've sort of developed a little bit of like a spastic thing that he does. He's always grabbing things and yelling at people, and it's fun. It's a really, so I'd have to say Zach.
Oh my God, we love the abusive boyfriend who lives under a dumpster.
Awful,
And,
just awful.
He's probably a conspiracy theorist.
Oh my
from,
God,
the
yes.
vibe.
I love that. Oh, I love that.
He just gave me conspiracy theorist vibes, like that guy who's like, look into the back rooms, like that kind of guy.
Yes, like he's like actually everything is rigged and you guys don't know about it yet. That guy.
He's like, the Earth is a triangle and we don't know it.
He's definitely a flat earther. Absolutely.
Yes,
Definitely.
Oh my god. And you were on As the World Turns, right?
I was.
Were soap operas really as crazy as White Girl in Danger makes them look?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's like the plot lines of White Girl in Danger are so crazy, but he actually took a lot of the plot lines from real soap operas. Like, there's really these things happened in soap operas. There was one plot line where somebody was possessed by the devil for like an entire summer, and there used to be a plot line in White Girl in Danger where at the end Keisha, our lead character, gets possessed by the devil for literally 3 seconds, but we cut that. So it was this crazy. And when I was on As the World Turns, one of the main plot lines why I was there was I ended up trapping my best friend's mom in a church, and I was going to set it on fire. But then I had a change of heart at the last minute and I saved her.
Oh my god. Wait, why'd you trap her in a church? Why'd you hate her so much?
Because I was being blackmailed by somebody who was threatening to kill me if I didn't kill her. That classic
That
line.
makes total sense.
I mean that happens
total
every
sense.
day.
Definitely.
If you're going to trap somebody in a church, that's a good reason, right?
Definitely.
Definitely.
And then burn it down. God.
Burn it down.
So one of our favorite parts of the show is how fast you got around the stage. Like, you'd be one character on stage right, and then you'd pop up as a different character seconds later on stage left. What kind of magic is that? And I'm thinking about the party bedroom scene specifically.
Oh my gosh, I am so thrilled that you found that magical, because that's the word that I've been using. Like, it's just theater magic. It's my favorite stuff. I mean, I can show you guys because we can see, but I'm in the orchestra pit of White Girl in Danger right now, and I'm looking at a screen of the set, and I'm looking at the set, and behind what you can't see when you see the show is right behind the set. There's a pass through. So there's like a clear lane behind the back wall of the stage where you could just run as fast as you can. So I literally run off stage right. I shed a coat and I run as fast as I can stage left. And there's 2 people waiting to throw another coat on me and give me a different pair of glasses. So it's so satisfying to like do it, because that's the kind of stuff that like only in theater can that be accomplished, where you're like, wait, how did they do that? It's just like so much fun.
Oh my god. Do you ever like get on stage like out of breath and you're like trying to get in character, but you just like ran track star and you just like did a like wardrobe change and
Yes, you guys, it's been going like perfectly, but yesterday I ran on stage and the sunglasses went flying in like out onto the stage before I got there. So I literally like half the audience saw the sunglasses and I had to like sneak out, grab them, and then come back in. It was like very, very silly. But up until then, it had been going very wonderfully.
Well, you know those drug dealers, they're always losing their sunglasses.
Classic.
It's a classic.
But like, have you ever like, not been able to make it on stage in time,
Or like wrong character.
I haven't done wrong character yet, and I haven't missed an entrance yet, and I'm knocking on wood. No, hasn't happened yet. I'm super.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you guys.
So we couldn't see Strange Loop for obvious reasons, like the fact that we're in middle school.
Mhm.
So that's why we wanted to see White Girl in Danger. So what do you hope people take away from this show? Like Strange Loop, it's pretty powerful.
Yes, it is. I'm so glad you guys found it powerful, because I hope people walk away from the show. The thing that has really struck me about the show is that it is a show about what stories we choose to tell. So what we have our author Maisel telling a story about is he's trying to tell a story about who gets to be the protagonist of a story, like what kind of person gets to be the lead in any given musical. And usually it's not somebody who looks like our lead character, Keisha. And so she gets obsessed with stealing the stories from these all white characters. And that's the name of the characters who are white in our show are called all white. And the characters who are people of color are called black rounds. And so we have in our heightened soap opera world, we have Keisha, who is a black round character trying to literally steal stories from the all white characters, because in this world, the juiciest stories are always given to the all white characters. And then by the end, not giving anything away, but you get to sort of walk out of the theater being like, you know what, like not every story we tell needs to be about something so heavy or something so crazy. And we always have a choice to, one of my favorite lines from the show is there's always a choice to center what you want to center. And we're choosing to center joy. So center, meaning what do you put at the center of your story as opposed to what do you put on the fringes of your story. So something that's potent to me is I always leave the stage feeling like I feel very proud that I get to choose to tell this story about the power of storytelling is essentially what I love about it so much.
And I like how, I know it's like, you know, a heavy concept and everything, but it's nice that you guys get to add a little bit of, you know, comedic relief to it.
A
and
lot
you're
of comedic relief.
one of
to
the
it.
center main people in that. And I also have a question.
Yeah.
That when there's White Girl Danger, we were like sitting like back more, and
Like we were in like last few rows
Yeah,
down there.
we could see the conductor like up on the screen. Now, is that just
Yeah.
like how does it help you guys at all? Because like I'm sure you guys need to know all the timing and stuff.
100%. So you're saying when you were in the back, you could sort of like look up and see the screen of the conductor.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if we looked like
yeah.
there, like
Yeah.
right there, we could like see the screen with the conductor.
And
Yeah.
she's very charismatic and everything. She's
Yep.
she's awesome.
Yes, that's Anessa Marie. She's wonderful. And yes, so that's pretty crucial for cueing us into when we start songs and cueing us out of songs, specifically in this show, because the show has a lot of underscoring, like a lot of music underneath the acted scenes, because in soap operas, if you watch a soap opera, almost everything has music underneath it. And so Michael really wanted to capture that world. So because there's so much music playing underneath the scenes that we're not singing, we sort of have to grab cues from our music director to start almost every single song, because it'll be like some song is playing and then she'll change, it'll be into the next song, and she will give us a very direct cue to start what's happening. So yeah, you know, almost every show has those screens. Did you guys know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, almost like every Broadway show, if the conductor's not in the pit, like right below where you could see them, there's a screen of the conductor hidden somewhere. But it just so happens in this theater, because you guys were sitting very close to where the screen was, you saw the secret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
That kind of reminds me of how like at the theater like we go to, like they play music underneath. So I'll say something and then I'll get ready to sing something and it'll just be like start like keep going because I probably said my line too slow, so then I'm just like awkwardly standing there like start now, and then like sometimes I'll be like I'll like start the first word and then it'll keep like vamping. I'll be like I'll just hold that out until it's actually time for me to start doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh my gosh, I that happens all the time. That never doesn't happen. Sometimes you're like, I'm standing waiting for a cue now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very lovely awkward.
So this is honestly a wonderful show, and
Thank
do you know
you.
if there's any plans to take White Girl Danger to Broadway?
The Broadway, we do not know yet.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Right, that would be wonderful. I know there's another month of our run, or about 3 weeks of our run, which is wonderful. And I think there's talks of trying to record something and see what happens. So I will keep you guys posted on all that. You're the first to know. How about that?
Oh, okay.
So your wife Elise is also in the show, also hilarious. We have quoted her many times since we saw the show. So how many shows have you guys done together? Like we know you did Mamma Mia together, and do you think it's easier to work opposite someone that you're so close with?
Amazing. First of all, I can't wait to tell her that you thought she was hilarious, because I think she's the most hilarious person ever. I wish I could pull her in here right now, but she had to go grab some food with somebody. So, oh no. So yes. So the only other show we've done together is Mamma Mia. We met each other on Broadway in Mamma Mia, playing opposite each other, the characters of Sky and Sophie. We started in late 2009, and we did it together for a whole year. And then since then, this is the first time we've done an actual production together. Like we've done little readings and concerts and stuff like that together, which have been wonderful. But this is only the second time we've worked together. And yeah, there is sort of a neat thing about working with somebody you know, which you probably noticed because you know the world of Joe Iconis so well, that all three Megans are you know, Molly Hager, who plays Megan, Lauren Marcus, who plays Megan, who's Joe's wife, and Elise has also done a lot of stuff with us, and Liz Lark Brown has also done a lot of Joe Iconis stuff. So all three of my girlfriends I have known for a very long time, and in a show like this that's so crazy and there's so many fun ideas, it was sort of nice going in really knowing everybody. And also Latoya Edwards, who plays Keisha, who I think you might have seen, Alexis Cofield, her understudy, but
Yeah,
Latoya,
the understudy.
yeah, but Latoya
Yeah.
has been a part of this since 2017 as well, so I've gotten to know her super well. It's not like uh it's not like it's always hard if you don't know somebody, but it's definitely helpful when you do know somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You gotta make connections in the industry, right? But,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I also thought this was really interesting. You're listed as the fight captain for White Girl in Danger, and that sounds really fun. And we've done a little fight training for our shows. How do you get actors to make it look real but also funny and fun?
I love that. That's a great question. Yeah, so it really is more like a dance than a fight, especially in our show, because all of the fight choreography is so over the top, and we do it just like a dance call. We practice it before every single show, and we practice all of the crazy moves. And thankfully, we have a cast full of such wonderful comedians that they dive into it all the time. And I just had to actually today we had a rehearsal, and I just had to teach like 3 understudies the fights, and they were all hilarious and did it in their own ways. So you guys have some
Yeah.
stage combat experience too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mostly with swords though.
Oh yes.
So we know you're a big part of Iconis family, and Lauren Marcus was in Be More Chill too. Have you guys done anything together since Be More Chill, or was White Girl in Danger kind of your stage reunion?
We did something together before Be More Show, which is crazy. In 2013, Lauren and I did a production of They're Playing Our Song, which is a Neil Simon play with music by Marvin Hamlish and Carol Bayer Sayer, up at a theater called Sharon Triart's Playhouse. It's a 2-person musical, and it was just me and Lauren. And there was some ensemble members, but it's just a 2-character musical. And so I've known Lauren for a long time, and she's like one of my closest friends. So we did that. We did when we did Be More Chill, and now we're White Girl Endangering.
Oh
Mhm.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're technically honorary members of Iconis family.
Yeah. Joey kind of
so
said
we're honorary members.
I heard
so-
you-
we're very proud of that.
I heard you guys cosplayed as Jeremy and Christina at BroadwayCon.
We did. It
Yes.
was great.
I love
It
that.
was great. We used our Mountain Dew bottles as lightsabers.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You guys are the best.
Just normal things to do when you're 8 and 9 years old.
You
Yeah.
guys are
That's
amazing.
normal.
I'm telling you, I'm so blown away by you. That's the coolest.
So we all know, you were the original Squip in Be More Chill,
Yes.
and I'm a huge fan of you as the Squip. Your version of Pitiful Children is amazing, and the Squip is a dream role of mine. You know, like gender flip and everything. So when I finally get to be the Squip, what advice do you have for making the role your own?
Yes, when you finally get to be the Squip, absolutely when, because you will.
Yeah.
When we were doing it, and I was obviously like we were making all these choices and having a great time at Two River, and then because I couldn't continue with the show, I was doing the King Kongness of it all. So when I went back and saw Jason Tam do it, I was so blown away by the choices he made, and it immediately dawned on me in that moment that you could do anything with that character. Like you could do absolutely, like you can make the Squip. Like I'd say my advice to you is take out like your most inner confident superhero, and whatever that means to you, I feel like that's your Squip. You know what I mean?
Your most, controlling, trying to take over the world,
Yes.
demon inside of you.
It's as if fear is never, if you can find a part of you where like fear is just never even occurred to you, I feel like that's your Squip. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So what's next? Are you working on anything that you want to tell people
People,
about?
as they point to
People.
themselves.
People.
Oh, just
It's just us here.
We don't have
Just
any
a couple of people.
What microphone? Yeah.
Nobody's listening. I am actually about to do a bunch of concerts with Joe Iconis and family at 54 Below. So we're doing a whole week of them starting in the middle of June. So this ends, and then I think like the next week or so we start rehearsing for that. And we jump right into that, and that'll be the next thing I do. And then we'll see where the summer takes us. What are you guys doing this summer? You got any plays or anything coming up?
Well, this weekend
Actually,
we're in Lightning Thief
at
at
Spotlight Studios.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
and
guys,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys,
So-
I was in like the first ever reading of Lightning Thief.
Who are you?
I was the teacher and all the other characters. Yeah.
Oh my
Who
god.
turns into the horse? I played that character.
Yeah,
Chiron.
Chiron.
Yeah, Chiron.
Oh my god, you're the horse.
I was Chiron and all the other characters, and that was when it was just starting out with theater works, and it was just sort of like half of what it turned into. But Rob Rakicki and obviously Joe Trace, who wrote Be More Chill, also wrote Lightning Thief, and so I was there for a lot of that too, and it was the coolest. You guys, I can't wait. Good for you. So you have a production. Is it just
It
this week?
opens tomorrow.
And you guys are.
tomorrow, and then we close on Sunday.
Where are
Yeah.
you guys finding the time to do this podcast when you got that opening tomorrow?
I don't know. This is our second one this week, so we're just cramping it all in at this
Yeah,
point.
rehearsals in 2 hours.
Yeah, and plus I have to do my homework.
And I have a track meet.
Yeah. We're busy.
Oh my God.
We're really busy.
I thought I had a busy day. You guys are nuts.
You're literally off Broadway. You do have a busy day.
Yeah, you probably have it more busy than
Yeah.
two
You
middle
like have a
schoolers.
show later.
I don't have it that
Oh,
busy.
you don't? Oh yeah.
I
Well,
did. No, we do have a
Well,
show later.
You
Yeah.
have a lot of shows.
Well, you
We
still
have
have
a
a lot of shows.
No, we have a show
Okay,
tonight.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready.
So, yeah.
We ask each of our guests to choose a charity, and our parents make a donation as a thank you for being on our show. You picked Music for Autism. Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. I've done a few different concerts with Music for Autism, and it was such a wonderful experience for me where they get to bring kids and adults and people of all ages who are on the spectrum to come in and experience a concert without any sort of restrictions on how they want to respond to the music or how they want to be a part of it. And it really moved me because I found myself also wanting to experience the music in whatever way I could as I was doing it. It became such an immersive concert. I did another one. We did some with Joe Iconis, and I've just like kept up with them. And I think it's such a wonderful idea and so important because I think a lot of the times sitting in a seat, like, you know, you guys just came to see White Girl in Danger and you had to sit there for almost 3 hours and just experience it and sort of feel like, okay, I'm locked into the situation. And I think that theater could be different things as well. And seeing a concert where you're up on your feet and you're able to move in the space. And if it's too loud, you can move away. Or if you want to hear closer, you can move in. Or if you want to touch the instruments or anything like that, it's just such a wonderful way to experience music. So I want to thank you guys so much for supporting that cause, because that's a really exciting thing they're doing at Music for Autism. So thank you for that.
So we also asked all of our guests what advice they have for kids like us who want to be on Broadway. So this is a little different, but we want to know, what advice do you have for getting into Iconis and family and not just as honorary members? No pressure though, Joe Iconis.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
You guys are such Joe Iconis bullies. I listened to your. I'm
We
kidding.
are.
You're
We are.
not
We still
bullies.
added them.
No, I know you're not.
We
I'm
are
just kidding.
bullies.
I actually feel like you are doing everything that you could be doing, and I bet you I'm actually going to have dinner with Joe after the show tonight. So you know what you can do is I'm going to drop a good word in his ear for you again tonight, and I bet you that you guys will find yourselves on stage with us quite soon.
He's such a cool guy.
He's
honestly.
such a cool guy. I know, he's the best.
I hope he's not mad at us for being so mean to him.
I think that he thrives on cruelty, if I know Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did write an entire show about a kid who gets bullied.
Yeah.
So.
I know.
Yeah.
What a mean guy.
We have a lightning round.
Let's go.
Go. Who is the SQUIP voice in your head, and can we hear it?
The script voice in my head is Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, and he says things like, apologies.
So I'm quoting you here. You should always work with giant puppets. In fact, write that down. So I know you have one. Who's your favorite Muppet?
I have a soft spot for Kermit. I know it's an easy answer, but he's just got such a good heart. I love him. He always brings his
My
friends
favorite is
together.
Janice.
Okay, Janice is wonderful too.
In White Girl in Danger, which pre-show soap opera is your favorite?
I like the hot all white summer one that they have.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all on bathing suits.
Megan, or Megan?
Megan, because I'm married to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to say it. Okay. What's something nobody knows about Joe Iconis?
Oh my gosh, nobody knows about Joe Iconis. His cat doesn't have any teeth. It's recent. She had an infection and she had to get him taken out, and she's much happier.
Oh God.
She's much happier now.
Who should be a better Sweeney Todd, Josh Groban or Rob Rakicki?
No, wait, didn't they grow up together?
Yeah, they were in summer camp together, and Robert Hickey beat out Josh Groban for the role of Sweeney Todd.
Well, then I'm obviously going to go with Robert Hickey.
If you and Elise could do any show together, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Blood Song of Love. Joe Iconis Rock and Roll Spaghetti Western Musical.
King Kong or Godzilla? In a fight, not in a musical.
King Kong.
Yeah. Well, you were in the Broadway show. So.
He's got the heart.
Oh, yeah. Who's the funniest person on Broadway?
Emily Ashford.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is not a question, but please tell George Salazar we said hi. We're on a mission to get him on our show.
We'll get him on.
Time.
Anyway, we're such big fans, and we absolutely love seeing White Girl in Danger. We're going to go listen to Be More Chill now.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you guys so much. I had such a blast. Absolutely.
It was so fun.
It was super
meeting you.
fun
You
to
guys
meet
too.
you.
Thank you. And break a leg tomorrow.
Oh, we will.
you.
Thank you.
Get it.
She's a white girl in danger. She's doing drugs, but she won't do her homework. She's acting big, but she won't answer questions. Oh,
White Girl in Danger ended its run on May 21st, but you can still catch Eric on stage this week at 54 Below with Joe Iconis and family. And you can find him on Spotify or wherever you get your music.
At Two Kids and a Broadway Star, it's really important to us that we support Broadway and the whole theater community.
That's why we ask all our guests to choose a charity and our parents make a donation as a thank you for being on our show.
The episode supports Music for Autism. We hope you'll consider making a donation of any size. You can find a link to donate in our show notes. Any amount counts.
Two Kids and a Broadway Star is me, Ellie.
And me, Haley.
We started this podcast as a way to stay connected to the theater community during the shutdown and beyond.
You can follow us on Instagram at 2kidspod, and you can listen to all of our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at twokidsbroadway.com. Please like and subscribe.
Thanks for listening.